Yeah, they can't get into my temples and say how I need to pray. They can't get into my house and tell me how I should be getting into my home, how my housewarming should be. They have no rights about it.
సరా గంజాలస్ నాగార్జున రెడ్డి గారి ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి ఆయన్ని అంబుష్ చేసిన వైనం, ఆవిడ చేసిన అభియోగాలు, ఆధారం లేని అభియోగాలు, జర్నలిస్టిక్ మాల్ ప్రాక్టీస్, అతని హక్కులను ఎలా ఉల్లంఘించింది, అలాగే అతనికి రీకోర్స్ ఏంటి అన్న విషయం గురించి లైవ్ షోలో నేను కిరణ్ గారు మాట్లాడాము. ఈ భాగంలో నాగార్జున రెడ్డి గారి వ్యక్తిగత హక్కులను ఆవిడ ఎలా ఉల్లంఘించింది అన్న విషయం గురించి మాట్లాడాం. అది జర్నలిస్టిక్ మాల్ ప్రాక్టీస్. నేను ఇందాక షో నోట్స్ చూపించాను కదా. ఐ వాంట్ టు టాక్ అబౌట్ ది ఇండివిజువల్ రైట్స్ వైలేటెడ్. బై ద వే, మరొకసారి చెప్తానండి, ద ప్రాసెస్ ఆఫ్ ఐ కేమ్ త్రూ దిస్ వన్ ఇస్ మై ఓన్ participation in due process things. Like I have written a few legalistic memos myself, and for whatever reason last 10 years nunchi legal news ekku follow avutunna. So I'm not a lawyer, but I pretend to be one on this. I'm gar lawyer actually.
Yeah, and
Kiran is the actual lawyer. Ante meer law graduate kada.
Law graduate.
Yeah. Bar pass avvala meeru.
బార్ పాస్ అవ్వాలి, బార్ రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకోవాలి అంతే. మేము పాస్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం కూడా లేదు.
ఇక్కడ పాస్ అవ్వాలి,
ఇక్కడ పాస్ అవ్వలేదు, ఇక్కడ చేయలేదు అసలు.
యా, ఓకే. సో ఎనీవే, సో ఇండివిజువల్ రైట్స్ ఏమేమి వైలేట్ అయినాయి? రైట్స్ వైలేటెడ్ ఆర్ ఇంప్లికేటెడ్: రైట్ టు ప్రైవసీ అట్ వన్స్ ఓన్ హోమ్, 4th Amendment అలాంగ్ ద కామన్ లా ప్రైవసీ. బై ద వే, ఇదంతా నేను ఈ షో నోట్స్ లో లింక్ పెడతానండి. ఐ వాంట్ యూ టు
go through it,
take a copy, go through it. I'm not saying AI cannot give you something similar, but this went through a lot of extensive screening on my own. Right to privacy at one's home, the 4th Amendment. Right to film recording consent under Texas law. Texas law is only one party consent only. Texas Penal Code 1602 prakaram adi. So if he said that right in the beginning, record చేసిన తర్వాత వెళ్ళిపోమన్నా కూడా she kept recording it, right? Even then he kept talking to her. The subject statements, you are not allowed to take any video without my consent. That is not that is after several minutes. Defamation exposure. Gonzalez makes several statements that, if false, could constitute defamation, calling the operation a fake consulting company. So she exposed herself for defamation. False light invasion of privacy. Texas recognizes the tort or false light, which protects against public placing of a person in a false light, and that would be highly offensive to a reasonable person. Reasonable person anedi oka legal standard andi. Right against ethnic targeting. This is not a legal right enforceable against a private citizen in a journalistic context, but Gonzalez said Indians are over abusing. Specifically, this is exact her quote. Indians are over abusing, and you guys are committing the majority of the fraud. That's a statement. Both Gemini and Claude caught it. Yeah, Kiran, go. So we are on the topic of individual rights violated.
We are talking about the same thing from different perspectives, but definitely I suggest, if Nagarjuna Reddy garu is hearing to this, go legal on her, sue her ass, and then get something out of it.
Yeah, remedies go on the next.
So if you don't do that, then she's gonna knock on another door. Yeah. She's gonna keep knocking doors, and she's gonna make a whole community look bad.
Well, she's doing that. She's on a rampage.
It's like Indians have built a lot of brand value here in this country for being hardworking, law-abiding, and everything else. But nothing of this nature. Nothing of this nature. If this nature is getting pushed onto Indians as a whole, then we all have issues. We all have issues. We all need to condemn this. Do it right. Make her pay for it.
మీరు ఇండియన్స్ టార్గెట్ చేస్తుందండి. చూడండి, ఈవిడ గారి వీడియోలన్నీ, whole bunch of them are anti-Indian. And then she's pro MAGA. She's MAGA, not pro MAGA. She's just MAGA, out and out MAGA. And then so ఇది చూడండి, ఇట్లా పెడుతుంది అన్నిటికీ, ఇట్లాగా whatever. So I mean, every video ki ago, this is watch that. So
I will go ahead and say, grow some balls. I said, students, kids are getting into the Frisco City Council and saying this is not right. They are fighting back. And if a company owners, if a company owners who are in a conglomerate called IT Serve, if they cannot do it, shit on them. I will throw them under the bus if I have to, because they are
throw who under the bus?
The IT Serve, the IT company, IT Serve is the conglomerate of all the IT consulting companies, predominantly owned by Indians. I will throw them under the bus because they cannot make the whole Indians look bad. They are.
No. I will qualify it for those who are committing fraud.
True. Listen, and I'm not saying all of them are doing wrong. I'm saying they fight back because just because 2 or 3%, let's say it barely 2 or 3% of Indians own companies which employs these H1Bs. Not all of us. We don't own companies. I don't think you own a company. I don't own a company, and I don't have any H1B people working for me. So let's say we don't own these companies. We are hardworking people. We came into this country to do hard work to make our lives better, and that's what is happening. And just because some people are doing something on the side or something on the other way, that shouldn't make us all look bad. I want నాగార్జున రెడ్డి గారు కానీ లేకపోతే నవీన్ తుమ్మల కానీ అంతకుముందు ఇంకొకరు కానీ XYZ ఎవరైనా సరే వాళ్ళు చేసిన తప్పులు వాళ్ళు తప్పులు చేస్తే శిక్ష అనుభవించండి, లేకపోతే సూ చేసి లెటర్ పే. Stop this nonsense. Yeah, they can't get into my temples and say how I need to pray. They can't get into my house and tell me how I should be getting into my home, how my housewarming should be. They have no rights about it.